So my boss randomly pulled me aside and was telling me, oh, did you see this new anime that they have on Netflix? You should check it out. I was like, oh, let me check it out then, man. Welcome again, everyone. My name is Chet. This here is ChetChat, and we saw Burame, Blame. So Blame is an animated movie. It's 3D CG animated, so don't get your hopes up for some good 2D animation. It's based off of a very old manga. I believe it's from 1998, and it pretty much feels like The Matrix, almost. So I'm going solely based on the movie that Netflix produced. I didn't read Blame manga at all, so I never knew about, I never got interested in it, and it's only now that I'm watching the anime movie on Netflix. The story is about this post-apocalyptic world, in a sense, where these humans, this human race, created these robots called safeguards, I believe, and builders, and they were able to control them, but ultimately they got overthrown by the robots because of a contagion that pretty much made the humans not able to connect with the robots anymore. And then after that, the robots went on a rampage, and they started building this like world on top of worlds on top of worlds on top of worlds, and they considered humans illegal immigrants, pretty much, and if they saw them, they were killed on sight. So humans are forced into hiding from these robots who now pretty much run the world. It feels very Matrix-like, except, there's no virtual world known as the Matrix. It's just, a world where robots took over humans and they're at war, but the humans are losing clearly. So the main characters are these people in this village, and they're trying to, just survive, and they go out to hunt for food, and they end up coming across this character named Kitty, or Killy, mad obvious. And he pretty much helps them out getting these supplies, and they end up collaborating to ultimately try and solve this robot problem. And he's looking for someone who is able to actually still connect with the robots, and he's on this quest to try and do that. Things happen, bim bam boom bam, and I don't want to say what happens because there'll be spoilers. Pacing wise, I feel like this movie is a slow burn. It's all right. It's an all right animated movie. It's nothing too great. It's not no Your Name or anything like that, but it's just something, to watch. It's decent. It's not bad. But pacing wise, it's very slow. There's some pretty decent action scenes, and ultimately there's a final conflict that is very lackluster, but other than that, it's a pretty, decent post-apocalyptic story about these people trying to fight against, robots. And I like that the ending kind of actually alludes to a sequel, and there's like this cool time gap thing, and it kind of felt cool in the ending. It felt satisfying, even though it doesn't fully conclude everything. But ultimately, it's a satisfying watch for me. I enjoyed it slightly. It's nice. I watched it on the way home from work. I just downloaded it. You could download movies on Netflix. I downloaded it on my phone. I was watching it. I watched it in Japanese with subtitles, and that was great. But everything else, it's all right. I felt like the animation is really, really hard to get used to 3D animation. I felt like it would have looked so much cooler if they had, some good 2D animation, but I guess, it's probably a lot easier to do 3D animation, obviously. But yeah, there's always that weird disconnect where when you're watching a 3D animated thing, it just doesn't look nearly as good as it could. So you got to get over that first to fully enjoy this movie. And yeah, honestly, it's really, really hard. I still don't really like watching Berserk because of the 3D animation. It just looks odd to me. Other than that, yeah, that's it. Really, there's just pretty decent animation, but it's 3D, has decent pacing, decent story, cool characters, not too good fights. With the 3D animation, I wish they did a little bit more cool fights, but there's just really one good one, and that's really it for this one, man. So yeah, that's it, I guess. Give this a thumbs up if you liked it, give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it, and let me know if you actually read the Blame manga, and does it actually cover anything in the anime? Does the anime cover anything in the manga? Does the anime actually cover everything in the manga? The manga is actually complete, by the way, so I believe it's 65 chapters, 10 volumes. Maybe you want to read it before you watch it, or watch this and think, hey, this seems kind of interesting, let me read the manga. I might read the manga if I have time. So yeah, let me know if you did all that stuff, right? Yeah, right. Okay, bye.